Hey, it's me, Sharita Marie, and welcome to my podcast, Motivating Sharita. Hey, it's me, Sharita Marie, and welcome back to my podcast, Motivate Me, Sharita. So for those of you who may not know, I'm a single mom, hardworking. I have a teenager, and I found out a few years ago that God blessed me with the opportunity and the gift of Gab. So my purpose and my goal is to help someone out there uplift, inspire, and hopefully I can help you or someone you might know. All right, so today's topic, we are pre-recording for those of you who is on my live. So just bear with us. It's behind the scenes. We weren't able to stream live today. So we are pre-recording. If you hop on, say, hey, tell me how your day's going. You already know how it is. Put it in the comments. I want to know. Tell me how your Friday's going, okay? I've been having a good Friday. I didn't get much sleep. But I'm here. I'm here. And we're going to talk about God. That seems to be a topic that keeps coming up a lot lately. And when I started this podcast, I never planned on every topic being around God. I never planned on that. But how do you talk about anything in life without talking about God? How is it possible? I don't see it being possible. So a lot of the topics that I might bring up will be about God, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so today's topic is going to be God's waiting room. I know some of y'all might listen to that and might be like, But you know how when you go to a doctor's office and they sit you in the waiting room and you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Hey, I'm Charlotte. So oftentimes we feel like we're in God's waiting room. We feel like we've shown up, we've asked, we have waited and waited and waited, and nothing's happening, just straight silence. That is God processing. He's processing you. You know how you go online and you go to click on something and you get the little, the processing? That's because God is working on you. He is working on it. But we're so quick to want to get in a hurry and we want to speed up the process when he's not in no hurry. He's taking it one day at a time. He's taking his time. He's molding, he's shifting. And we have to fall back, sit in the waiting room and understand that he might not come when we want, but he is always on time. Okay? All right. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Brenda. When y'all hop on, tell me how your day's going. We are pre-recording, so if I don't look at you all, I'm looking at the camera because we're recording. All right. So in life, you're going to have some blows. The blows are going to come. There are going to be times where you get knocked down, where you seem to can't get back up. And what I'm trying to tell you is the devil, he makes it his priority to focus on you and to destroy you. That is what he is here for. So if you know that, go ahead and have your dukes up. Go ahead and have your boxing gloves ready and be ready to fight. Acknowledge that there's going to be a fight. And then number two, make sure you get your stamina up. You know how when you're about to fight, now, mind you, I ain't never been in a fight before. I think I got in one fight in like the 7th grade, but I'm not a fighter. But just say you are getting ready for a fight. Your adrenaline's going to be pumping. You're ready. Take your earrings off. You getting your stance together. You are ready. That's how you need to be when it comes to fighting the devil. You know, life can be really messy, but it's up to you to clean it up. Life can be a bully, and it's up to you to fight back. There are some things that we can prepare when it comes to life and the challenges that come our way. Either we're repairing or we're preparing. Now, when you prepare, you know how you have those meals that you pack and you get ready a little bit early? That's what we need to do. We need to prep for what is going to come so that it doesn't blindside you. Go ahead and lay the foundation. Have you ever Notice that a foundation is the one thing people talk least about when it comes to a home, unless something's wrong with the foundation. But they spend all this time building a strong foundation, right, around this house. But oftentimes people don't even get to see it. They don't even get to see the foundation, but it's strong. That's what we need to do. People might not see us stacking the bricks and building this and building that, but we are building a strong foundation so that when the devil tries to sweep us away, we stand firm. Circumstances can't trump God's presence. So you need to always be aware that he's got you. He's got it all lined out. Everything that you've been praying for, you've been asking for, he is processing it. So keep waiting. Don't get impatient. You know what I mean? Don't throw your hands up and start to experience doubt. Instead, fall back and be willing to wait. Be willing to wait it out because the reward is so powerful. Think about it like this. When things seem to happen in your life, the blows come, or the marriage falls apart, or your kids acting up, or maybe you experience death, just remember that there is no permanent hurricane. Have you ever heard of a permanent tornado? Like permanent, full-time, nonstop, 365 days a year. No. This too shall pass, and that's exactly what's going to happen. That hurricane, that storm is going to pass. Are you going to tough it out, or are you going to throw your hands up before it even has a chance to pass on by? Which is it? God needs you to trust and believe in him that the wait is worth it. Stop doubting. We so quick to do that. We are so quick to, but he ain't answered yet. I've been praying. I got down on my knees. Why is it not happening? Because you are rushing it. God is working on you. He is working on you day by day. He knows what you need. So you have got to fall back, trust, and believe that he is going to provide when the time is right. Stop rushing him, boo-boo. Stop rushing him, because he cannot be rushed, and everything is happening on his time. Patience is a virtue. We hear that all the time, but it really is. And I think sometimes we get not yet and no confused. Have you ever noticed with kids, you're riding down the road and they're like, are we there yet? And you're like, no. And they're like, okay. And then 10 minutes later, are we there yet? And you're like, not yet. Some kids can't determine the difference between the two. And we need to understand that no, he's not saying no. He's saying not yet. He's saying wait. Patiently wait with faith and understanding that it is coming. The same as with a delay. A delay is not a denial. If your blessing is taking its time to get to you, that doesn't mean God just shot it out the water and said, oh no, not for you. That's not what it means. That means you need to understand that things might not always happen when you want them to happen. I need this right here, right now, God. Provide this, that, and other. No. Hey, Angela. No, it don't work like that. He knows exactly what you need. Ask him, and then be willing to sit in the waiting room for when the time is right. You know, something I heard somebody say is they were talking about how if you don't clean up the weeds on a daily basis, they will take over. So you've got to do this preparing. You've got to do this work daily so that when it all comes down, the weeds aren't taking over what it is that you're desiring, okay? You don't have to be great to get started on something. God doesn't need you to be perfect. You just have to get started to be great, and that I promise you. You can't just fall back and just decide not to do anything because God didn't answer that first prayer. He didn't answer my first prayer, so I'm not saying another one. Or my God, your God might be good, but my God didn't come through for me. You can't have that attitude. You don't have no faith. You got to trust and believe in him. You got to give him all control. Fall back and give him all control. Those blows are going to come. Trust and believe. I've had several. As I told you all before, I lost a $23 an hour job and my home all within a matter of months. Ended up sleeping in my car. Didn't have a roof over my head. Didn't have a place to call my own. And boy, did it hit me hard. It hit me hard. Hey, Amber. But I could have laid down for a second. I did. I'm not even going to sit here and stunt. I threw my hands up. And I was like, I can't take no more, God. Why is this happening to me? Why? With a question mark. When really, there's oftentimes God puts a period somewhere and we want to question it. Stop questioning that and instead understand that he has made his decision. Whatever he is putting you through, there is some type of blessing in that lesson. And at first I could not see that. I was just like, why is this happening to me? Like I don't understand. I'm trying so hard. Why is he not hearing me? He's hearing you. He's processing you. He is processing you. Woo, woo. Hey, Tamia, little by little, he is working on you. So be willing to withstand the wait because it will be worth it in the end. I promise you. When it comes to whatever it is that you're trying to go after or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, even if it's just getting back up on your feet, sometimes it's just taking it one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. If you are trying to do that, remember, sometimes you just got to leap. Take a leap of faith. And then grow your wings on the way down. Don't wait for your wings to come. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't know where to go from here. Jump. Jump with faith and know that he is going to be on the other side to catch you. I promise you that. Steve Harvey, he had an episode of The Price is Right where he got really serious and he was talking to people about how sometime in life there's going to come a point where you can either jump or you can stay stagnant. And what I'm telling you is jump. And oftentimes it might seem like that parachute is not going to open. And it might seem like you are falling out of control. Oh, I don't know who's going to catch me or how I'm going to go. And I'm going to tell you now, eventually that parachute is going to open. God's got you, even when you are flying blind, even when you don't realize it. God's got you. He's had everything under control. It's just you were too busy doubting than to see what it is that he's got working for you. Like I said, when I had my blows, I let it get to me. I let it freeze me dead in my tracks. I felt like, oh my God, I don't know where to go from here. It seems like one thing after another is happening to me. I've done lost my home. I'm sleeping on people's couches. I done slept in my car, honey. You say it, I've been there. And it could have been so easy to throw your hands up and stay that way. And I did. I got a little stagnant, got a little discouraged. And finally, I had to pick myself up and say, hold on now. God knows what I'm going through. He's not putting me through this, but he's allowing me to go through this because there's something he wants to teach me. And I came out on the other side with a lot of lessons. And I'm going to tell you now, I don't regret the things that I went through. I have no regrets because everything in life has a reason. There is a blessing in every lesson. There is a lesson in every blessing. You just have to trust and believe and let him take the wheel. All right? All right, when you hop on, hey, Ted. Hey, Shaniqua, when you hop on, tell me how your day's going because I want to know. We're talking a little bit about God. We're talking about how oftentimes we want to sit in the waiting room and get impatient. It's taking so long. I know he heard my prayer. I know he's seen me down on my knees. I know he sees what I'm going through. What is taking so long? Why are you taking so long? You're getting impatient in the waiting room. And what I'm telling you is, one, be glad that you have a God that can even place you in a waiting room. Be glad that you have the Lord that is working on it. He's working on it. Trust and believe. Every day he is working on it. Are you? Are you working on your faith? Are you working on strengthening your belief and know that regardless of what it might look like right now, he's got it. He's got it. And it's easy. It's easy to start to doubt, start to worry, start to lose hope. It's easy to do. But I'm telling you, before you get engulfed in that doubt, convince yourself that God is processing you. He is working on you one step at a time. And that whatever you are going through, this too shall pass. That I promise you. If you might not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, remember what we said about the football field? When you're standing at the top of the football field, you can see the whole field. You can see it all. But when you standing down on the football field, all you can see is what's in front of you. And oftentimes, hey, Matthew, that's how it is. We can only see what's in front of us. And that is all we're focused on. And we forget that there is a bigger picture. God sees the beginning, the middle, and the end. All you can see is the right now. So you've got to trust that the beginning, the middle, and the end were all supposed to work out the way they're supposed to. He makes no mistakes. I heard somebody say, God doesn't deliver when he makes mistakes. And somebody said, but God doesn't make mistakes. Exactly. He don't make them, honey. So he is always going to deliver. It's just, are you sitting back waiting? Hey, Aaron, how are you? Are you ready for your interview? I'm going to be talking to Aaron next week. If you don't know, she is an inspiring singer. She does a little rap here and there. And she is on a fitness journey. She also has a mini business where she sells clothes. And I'm telling you now, she is a go-getter. And I want more people like that on my show. If you have a goal, you have a dream, or maybe you've just been through a few things, reach out to me. I would love to interview you. I would love to hear your story. You don't have to be some successful big shot. It don't work like that. Look at me. I'm just your everyday full-time mom with a teenager and a big mouth. and I used to say there's nothing special about me, but there is. I'm all types of special. But I'm not better than anyone. I'm simply taking the things that I went through, right? Breaking down how I got through it and sharing it with other people. That's another thing. Some people have sat back and they looked and they're like, who are you to tell me what I need to do? You ain't here or there or anywhere. How you going to tell me what I need to do? I'm not. I am sharing what I'm doing with you. So all these things that I'm learning when I go home, I'm doing them with you. I'm learning with you. And we can learn together, honey. We can learn together. So what is it that you've been doubting? Just take a second right now and really ask yourself, what is it that you've been doubting when it comes to God? What are you know how you go to the doctor because you got a cold or, you got a stomach bug. So you have a reason to be sitting in that waiting room. What I'm asking you is, what is your reason to be sitting in God's waiting room? What is it that you want? What is it? Have you lined it out? Have you really gotten clear? Don't just say, oh, I need some money, Lord. No. How much money do you need? What do you need money for? Describe what it is that you need. Trust and believe and know he hears you. You just got to get real clear with what it is that you are asking for. And don't be afraid to ask big. Don't be scared to ask big. There's nothing he can do. What did I say? He made this heaven and earth like that. Boom. There ain't nothing he can do. He can work miracles on you and your life. Just remember that he is processing one day at a time, and stop hurrying him. Stop rushing him. Fall back and understand that no and not right now are two different things. And what he's telling you is not right now. But I need this and this is going on. Not right now. It's going to happen when I choose for it to happen. When the time is right, it is going to work out. You just need to fall back, trust, and believe. All right? So the next time you find yourself sitting in God's waiting room, be patient. Be understanding. Have faith. Trust in him. And know that in the meantime, he is working on you, and there is some type of lesson, some type of blessing in whatever it is that you are going through. Okay? So keep waiting in that waiting room. Do not get up and leave. You know how sometimes we be sitting there so long, look now, I got somewhere to go. I ain't got time for this. And we want to get up and just walk on out. No, don't walk out on Jesus, because he ain't walking out on you. You got to stand by him, stand firm, and know that everything's going to work out. He's got you in that waiting room for a reason. Do you trust and believe? All right, guys. So next week, we're going to be talking about goals. Goal digger is going to be the topic. There are people out there who are not going to let anything stop them from reaching what it is that they want. Even if it seems unreachable, they're going to go for it. They're hungry. And Erin is one of those people that is hungry. She is not going to give up. She is not going to stop. And I promise you now, she is going to be successful. She is going to be on your TV screen in a matter of time. So trust and believe, and then support us. Support. That's what I was sitting there telling this lady at work. I got 52 subscribers, y'all. And I keep saying it on Facebook, and people just keep on scrolling. Hello? Because if I shared, right, a negative video, people fighting and this, that, it's going to get over 1 million shares. So many thousand shares. People are just going to share, because it's interesting. But what I'm asking you is, why can't we share something positive? I'm trying to do something positive. I'm trying to do something good. And I need your support. One person matters. And I think sometimes we're like, I'm not going to subscribe, because what is one subscriber? One subscriber adds up. And I need your support. I need you to stand by me and let me know if you are benefiting from the things that I'm trying to do. Because I'm flying blind. I put on my parachute. I got out the end of that airplane and I jumped. Didn't know what I was doing. Still don't know what I was doing. Still don't know. But I decided I have a gift. I'm going to run, and God is going to catch me when the time is right. Okay? So before I go, you already know you are smart, you are wise, you are worthy. Believe it, boo, because it's true. All right, I will see y'all